All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We got the finals for the EoS Championship, and lo and behold, we got some absolute studs, people that did really well in the judgment pools. You know, big standouts obviously being Kunev, who was very successful throughout the tournament. Altekru, Longley, RoshanNow, all big winners for the 5v5 tournament. Classed made a good appearance in the judgment pool. And here he is in the finals here on a pretty good team with RoshanNow. And the Swift one taunting us with the Teemo. But I don't think it's going to happen. So, bans coming down from the purple team. Lee Sin targeted at Kunev. Completely understandable. Should happen because we saw what happens when you don't ban him. It's a 20-minute game. That's what happens. Then we have Shen, Ezreal. All those bans I really, really like. Looking at the other end, we have Maokai, Jace, Viker. So Viker must have been a targeted ban at RoshanNow, which is actually a pretty good idea because RoshanNow doesn't play too many AP mids, to be honest. So taking away his Viker is a good choice. Altek's going to be playing a bottom that he all too much is familiar with and loves, which is that Sona and Sivir, and that bottom lane. It's very, very effective. He loves to push very, very hard. So seeing that, you know, definitely is a good tip-off that good things are in store. And what? The Swift one has taken Teemo. Did he really take Teemo preemptively knowing that HearftKaren only is going to play Darius top lane and to basically bait her into this pick, which looks like that is what's going down? Is he seriously, that smug Teemo smile on his face right there, this smug smile right there is all the fact that, you know, he just pretty much kind of outthought the fact that he knew HearftKaren was going to go Darius. And she's going to do it because that's, you know, just what she's been playing in the top lane. And there's probably lots of screaming from her going down like, I don't know what I should pick. And they're like yelling at her like, don't pick Darius. But, you know, she can play good with it. So we're going to see Darius in that top lane synchronization on the Morgana again. They're pretty much playing the same team comp we saw them play last time we saw them, only Kunev is going to be on Skarner now instead of Lee Sin. RoshanNow's team dealt very well with Skarner in the last game, so I don't think it'll be a problem for him this time. Benny, I'm interested to see how they pair this off, because the way, yeah, so Longley's probably going to be again doing some hardcore counter jungling with Nunu. That's just what's going to happen. No doubts there. Benny, Honda, and Soraka are going to be in bottom lane. I don't know if that actually is still going to be able to sustain and protect them through just the beatdown that Altekru is going to put out here. But we'll have to see, I guess. Benny Honda's been playing great. You know, he's one of those players that we talked about going into this Judgment tournament, that when you pick players, you have to really pick people that can overachieve, like what their perceived value is. Like you perceive, like, because most of the value that people have, that, you know, you get a quick like rundown of their match history, but most people just look at the elo, or if they've played with them before, then they kind of know. But when you look at a player, most of the value they see is just the elo. So really, you want to find the players that can play above their elo, can play, you know, maybe find that player that can play a champion that can go stride for stride, you know, with, you know, maybe he has a smaller champion pool, but if it doesn't get banned out, you know, he can go toe-to-toe with players that are much higher than him, plat, what have you. And we're going to see all sorts of fun. Like, I'm sorry, but RoshanNow's team can lose. They can throw this very hard if they want to in the end, but I love this team comp because, one, I love Victor, and two, as much as I hate Teemo inside, the fact that Swiftron picked it knowing that HearftKaren was going to go Darius in order to have this matchup makes me a little bit happy inside. Just a little bit happy. So we're going to have Class and Benny Honda in the bottom lane, two 1,300-ish players versus the onslaught of 2,700 Altekru and Creeping Dose, who's been playing an excellent Sona and support all tournament long. And we keep looking at this RoshanNow team and be like, maybe that'll be the weakness of the team, you know, that bottom lane. But the bottom lane, Benny Honda, even if he gets behind, he'll die a little bit early, but he hangs in there with the CS. He crisis manages, and he never falls too far behind, and he comes through for his team in the later phases of the game. So definitely have been stellar players throughout the game, people that have been playing, you know, above their perceived value. Meanwhile, Swift One, he's been doing almost the same thing. He's also been kind of like very, very early in the laning phase, he'll lose. Then the next thing you know, you'll blink, look top lane, he's 2 levels ahead and owning face. You know, I don't know how much he's played Teemo, but we're going to see some of that come through. Longley, obviously, he's the staple, the MVP for the team. He mains jungle. He's going to play jungle better than anybody is going to play jungle in this tournament. Hands down, he's going to carry for his team. And then, of course, RoshanNow picking up that AP mid. He normally a support player, but he has been able to show us a few AP mids. He played Viger one game, played some Ryze in a bad lane matchup, but was able to kind of persevere through that with the rest of his team, kind of carrying him a little bit. And now he's going to be playing Victor, which is a lot of fun to play, and should be a lot of fun to see going against Synchronization, who's been playing a great Morgana throughout this entire tournament. Had some great ults, great initiation, great engagements. HearftKaren's been doing it up big in the top lane. Of course, the game we did see was quite the role. Was able to get an advantage on Alley Cat, who did kind of get banned out a little bit, taking away her Cho'Gath. And of course, Alltech and Rune, Creepy Dose can't be talking enough about them. And I mean, they are the key to victory for the blue team. You know, how they go is how the rest of the team's going to go. Although I said that last time, and they won every lane. So I'm not sure if that's true, but against this team, against this RoshanNow team that's seen all tournament play so well, that is definitely going to be the case here. And as we have it, we have 30 minutes left. So, KDA contest, for those that have tuned in that want to win some skins, head on over to our Facebook, facebook.com/RazorWeaponMedia. I want to make a post very shortly here, and we're actually going to go guess Long Lee's KDA and CS. Now, Long Lee last game was 8-1-9 at one point, pretty early in the game. He had a pretty crazy, like you almost would have thought he was a carry. Now he's going to be on Nunu, so it's going to have to maybe you'll change your opinion real quick of what it'd be. But it's always fun to guess. It's a new twist. I could just pick all tech, you know, the obvious choices, but I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna make this quite a bit of a game. So, post is up. Go to our Facebook, facebook.com/RazorWeaponMedia. Guess the KDA CS for tiebreaker of Longley, and closest wins a skin. So hit up on our Facebook. Go enter right now and participate, so you have a chance to win yourself a skin. And really, you know, I guess while we're loading up here, if anybody in chat, if anybody in chat wants to chime in with who you think's going to win, please do so now. You know, chat with us, chat with me. Answer some questions while we're loading up the screen. Got a little bit to wait. I'm going to have to shift it around, of course. It's in the bottom right of my screen because it's a jerk face. But, yeah, any questions, any comments, anybody you're rooting for, go ahead, do so now. Let me know who you want to win. I want to know who you want to win. I want to know who the crowd's pulling for. Are you pulling for the RoshanNow Longley Brotherhood, or the, you know, the hometown Kuniv stealing Alltech Rue from from RoshanNow team? Kuniv fans. I'm a Kuniv fan myself. Yes, Kuniv fans. We are based out of the Pacific Northwest, so Washington, but we do a lot of tournaments in BC, Canada, Victoria. We do all sorts of tournaments all over. So if you are in the Washington, Oregon, Vancouver, Richmond, Canada kind of area, then we might be doing some tournaments for you soon. Local tournaments, LAN tournaments, online tournaments. We actually do have a Judgment BC series, which is dedicated just to Canada players. We also have some other tournaments. We've done League of Girls before, where it's all female tournament, all sorts of stuff like that. We have new twists, but we do have a league coming up in the near future, which you guys should keep an eye out for, which is going to have some pretty cool prizes. It's going to be really worth getting into. So we'll release more details in the future about that, but it is something we are looking into. Plus, we're going to do more of these one-off events where anybody can join, have a chance to join. If you haven't had a chance, go check us out on Facebook, Razor Weapon Media, and go like us and follow us there, because we will make posts on upcoming tournaments and how to register, when to register to get into tournaments like this, because really anybody can get into it. And that's kind of the cool part about Judgment is, you know, you have players like Alltech and Long Lee who are like 2600, 2700, all these 2K players, and then you as like a 1300 or 1100 player even could come, roll in, get to play on their team. Maybe like Class is right now. Class, you know, right now is like a 1300 player, I believe, or so. I'm not sure what his elo is, but you know, he's been able to come into this tournament, partnered up with another guy, and he's played through. He's in the finals of it right now, and he has a chance to win and play along those sides of players, which is pretty unique. You don't really have that chance in a lot of other tournament formats. A lot of other tournament formats don't really allow the underdog guy to kind of come in and have a chance to win. Most of the time, it's, you know, these really stacked all 2K elo teams and stuff like that. So as it looks up here, all right, we're gonna get set up right now. It looks like there was a delay in starting, so I'm gonna actually rewind this. It's ridiculous. All right, so luckily there's a rewind feature, so we're gonna start from square one. We're not gonna have this fancy, you know, hot meat of the game partway through business. And we are live. So make sure you get in your guesses quickly as possible. I'm going to close it in the next couple of minutes. I'm solo casting, so it's going to be awkward. Dope Pants, if you could just close it for me about 5 minutes of the game or whatever, or however long you want to wait, please do so. That would help me out. But if not, I will go check it if I can remember. But both teams just starting out right cautiously right here. I'll take Rue's team. You know, one of the scariest things, you know, I've been talking about it all tournament long, is level 1 team fighting a RoshanNow team, because he's very, very smart. He's very good at predicting his opponent's moves, kind of getting in their head and playing that matchup. And here we go. They're going to have the first shot here, although they're actually spread out right there in that engagement. HearftKaren taking your Q first. Cork under a lot of trouble. Longley having to blow flash. They've actually blown a lot of summers here. They're going to pick off RoshanNow for the first blood. So I was about to talk about how good RoshanNow is at level 1, and he just got outplayed. Maybe Altec has his playbook and you know, just kind of read him right there. And really, really great play by the blue team. So blue team after an early advantage, and this is what they need to go against this red team, this RoshanNow team. This looked pretty stellar all tournament. The patient blue AFK move in order to wait for their blue buff. So it looks like, yeah, top solo is blue pilled back, so they're going to be all ready for this. Red won't be able to collapse in time on this. You know, top's going to be running to their lane. So this blue probably will be stolen effectively, and Longley trying to go in here. He's going to need a lot of help if he's actually going to want to get on this. It looks like he is going to get on this. He has some backup, taking a lot of damage up front. The question is, will he be able to take it? It looks like Longley is not able to get it. Oh my gosh. Smited too early. Actually panicked a little bit, and that is not what you expect from Longley. I mean, I typically will not expect that kind of play from him. He smited early, and Skarner ends up picking up. So right now, blue team just outplaying the red team in almost every facet right now. And I have to say, big props to this opening by blue team. I mean, that is pretty awesome. And even Victor went his gravity field first, you know, in order to get the stun potential. Didn't work out for him in that early level 1, and that's kind of unfortunate for him. But, you know, using it to some effectiveness there, not just being like, oh, I have this kind of dead spell, I'm going to use this to, you know, to help out Longley and speed his jungle along, because he's going to need it. It looks like he's already going back now. He has to heal up, buying some more health. Let's see, he's going to get, he's going to get a ward, some more health potions, help sustain him through that early part of the game. And the Swift one, up in the top lane with his 4 pots, going up against the big mean HearftKaren, who actually just chunked half of his health by getting pulled in. So this one's going to need to stay away from that. He can't have that combo go down. Although HearftKaren losing half her health to a turret, that helps too. That's a nice feature. It's a rubber band AI put in there by herself. But HearftKaren and Swift One, friends, they know each other in real life, played together on the same team for local LAN tournaments, so they're probably having a little bit of fun right now, knowing that they get to go against each other in this Judgment tournament. And the thing I'm waiting to see is, you know, yeah, there's the poke, a little bit of poke coming in, but let's see RoshanNow really take advantage of this Victor pick, but giving up first blood, kind of being behind. It looks like he's kind of off on the wrong foot so far. I don't know how it's really working for him right now. And there's another grab, pulling Swift One in. Just dealing a lot of damage. Going to eat a turret shot right there. Just chased a hair too long. But really with that pull, just getting the better of him. Flash in, ignites after the spin, and he has him. Swift One's not going to be able to heal through that. And great patience and waiting right there on the Swift One. That was pretty stellar play. And it looks like Altec was forced out of lane. He goes back, bought up Blade, and he has his boots. Run up against the Boots Pots team. And really, that's what I mean. This is kind of what they need. Is they need that sustain to deal with this burst damage that comes out from Altec. Because you see the auto attack resets right there, and just taking the damage, he's just running them down right now. Has the sustain too, knows that, and just no one really quite plays it this well. And oh my gosh, they almost have a support. Flashes in, ignites, and we may have a double kill here. That is close. I mean, that is he's so good with Sever. He's so good with Sever. Plays the resets correctly. Just knows his advantage, and you know they were pretty much full health. They felt good, and then the next thing they know, they have a Sivir just running at them. They did blow 2 flashes there to pull that off, though. So one thing that Stone is definitely going to have to do, they have that forward ward by Dragon. They actually have one at Wraith, so yeah, they're actually pretty well set up. But I was going to say they need these wards right here, because giving up double flash is basically a cue for Long Lee to be like, hey, you know, our lane's missing their flashes. Come in here, make something happen for us. We need to get back control of this bottom lane. But again, Blue, what I expected them to do is kind of take control with this bottom lane with how much stellar ability they have in there. Water's delicious, by the way. I recommend it to everybody. So Kunev, let's see how Kunev's doing. Kunev right now, 25 CS to 21, so he's actually ahead in his jungle path. They were able to steal the blue from Nunu as well. So everything going really well for him right now. He's level 4 versus Longlee's level 4. So they're pretty much been able to stay even with levels. That game's kind of just playing out. He's actually counter juggling a little bit. I like that from him right now. And right now he's actually playing pretty toe to toe with Longlee. Outsmited him in the early engagement, and so I give him the upper hand so far in this level, this game, and especially when he's level 6. And once those ganks start happening, if he really wants to put the foot on the throat of any lane they have right now, because they're presently pretty much winning both their lanes, or all their lanes. So if he really wants to roll one, he just basically has to show up at level 6 and start making something happen. Could even camp top if he really wanted to. So yeah, Corki. So again, the thing I have to keep pointing out is that even though Benny Honda gets killed, his CS is like ridiculous. Like he always has really good CS, constantly for his team. Even when he's in losing efforts where he's just dying a bunch. 54 CS to 37. Altec, not being himself though. Great spell shield, actually blocking a lot of damage from the burst, the phosphorus bomb from Corki. Good reaction time by Altec Group, playing that out. He's obviously played a lot of AD carry in the bot lane, being able to spot out, predict the actions of Benihana, and they're just putting so much poke damage right now. And Soraka's doing her best to secure like a foothold there by trying to sustain through it all, which is really the correct choice and why they picked Soraka. But if they keep landing it, it's going to be a really tough proposition. Try to keep it alive. Looks like another trading down here. Look back, he's already in full health again. But then with another quick combo, he's back at half health. That Soraka model is ridiculous. It's creepily tall. Like, it's way taller than I remember it being. Like, I haven't seen this in a while, but that's pretty funny. Like the spell effects, they're much better. So picking off the blue for synchronization, looks like he just needs that just in time. They fed the blue buff to RoshanNow as well. Good trade going out. This is the correct time to trade because Altec taking a lot of damage. The thing about Altec in this case is they put a lot of damage on him. It was a little premature with knowing exhaust up, but they know exhaust is down now. Altec doesn't really have any mana, so if they go in, although neither does Benihana at this point, though, but the Fuse is going to fix all of those ails. But really, I expect Altec to probably just push this up and back off and buy. Yeah, it looks like what they're going to do. But really, that was a good time to engage because they saw Altec was low on mana. they're like, hey, you know what? I can make a play here. Let's make it happen. Unfortunately, the follow-up wasn't quite as great, and really, Soraka isn't the best supporter to just put out a ton of damage. She's really just there to sustain your AD carry. And if Corki is the type of AD carry that, you know, if you can get a lead or advantage or the items, correct items, you can tear someone down. But it just wasn't really happening there. And looking at the wards, so blue has no wards up, red has no wards up except for mushrooms. Like, these teams have basically just been stuck in their lanes, battling out. Haven't seen a lot of presence from the junglers. Kunev is level 6 now. He's going to go back. Looking at Longley, he is level 6 as well. Look at their CS. It looks like Kunev is just creeping up, and oh, there's another kill in bottom lane. And I would say that I would want to look at it, but I have a feeling that it's just Darius grabbing him and then dunking the crap out of Teemo, which is what should happen to a little furry, cute creature that has no business in top lane and gets to do with a giant axe. I mean, let's be real. And oh, the rotation, and gets off the crescendo, gets the ignite on him. Will he be able to survive? No, he won't. They pick off a kill in mid. Beautiful rotation. They were not expecting that, and with no wards on the map, you know, good Adam. Now on the way back, just a victory lap of warding. One ward there, pink on dragon, count it. And blue team 5-0, and this is just. Is this how every game has gone for them? Because last game we saw they had the same 5-0 start, followed by some great action. Skarner coming in now. This is all sorts of bad for Benihana. He's going to be dragged in. Altek doesn't have his cooldowns back, but Morgana is there to back this up, and this is going to be a double kill. Dark Binding whiffing, but it doesn't matter. And this blue team, this might be arguably one of the better Judgment teams we have ever had, just as far as like this play has been going. 7-0 start, 4K gold lead at 11 minutes in. Yet again, and this has been pretty crazy. But if there's any team that can come back that, you know, has the, you know, the combined experience, wherewithal to possibly pull something off, you know, it is a RoshanNow long lead team. Although they're getting caught out here, and really, like, I am nothing but tickled pink and impressed by this blue team right now. They have that Dark Binding. Get out of here? Like, are these people like they all just gather together? It's like, hey, ran a group of people, let's play together. All right, sounds good. Oh, we're all gonna play like the best games of our lives. No, that's cool. That's cool. 8-0. That's fine. It's cool. I'll take that. It's fine. Seriously though, like I don't want to gush too much over this HearftKaren team, but they're not the people on paper that I would necessarily just pick to run through the tournament. I thought they had a pretty tough matchup in Vertebreaker's team. Round 1, round 2 they played against Claymore's team, which Claymore is no slouch. He won the last 2 judgments he played in. They took him out pretty convincingly. Then you have this game against a team that looks pretty stacked, the one that Breeze Air picked to win. The guy that picked the entire bracket all the way up to this point. And now it looks like Team HearftKaren just laying it down on him. And if they come back from this, it would be a truly epic game. So I'm looking forward to see what they do. They're only down 5K. It is super early, but knowing them, they have a way to get back in this game. So one of the beauty factors of Victor, because Victor hasn't played a lot, so Victor is actually, he doesn't need a lot of items to make, his ult does ridiculous damage. Let's just put it that way. His ult does ridiculous, crazy AoE damage. He actually dodges back into that. He's going to have the stun down, but the black shield doesn't take any damage, so it's going to be able to sustain through that. Auto attack's going down and just not going to be able to finish it off. Meanwhile, kill in the bottom lane. Red making a little vengeance in this bottom lane. I like this play from them. But the Swift one in trouble yet again. Hey, HearftKaren's ignited. He runs over the... Oh, nice. Teemo getting some in there. And so just as I was gushing about the blue team, red team's come in here. They're starting to make plays, starting to get back in it. They're way past the turret now. They're not even letting Altek farm the golems. Oh, dirty men. Now they can actually take out this turret if they want to in bottom lane. Looks like they're going to try to use it to maybe... No, they don't even use it to deny, so I don't know quite what's going on there. Morgana rotating down here. Kunev just diving in there. He clearly wants Corki as a target. He's going to pull him in to Altek Rue, and now they're in quite a bit of trouble. Torment Solo going down. Great Dark Binding Land. Just absolutely chunks through anything that Soraka has. Ignite going down is not going to be able to finish off Benny Honda. And a late rotation by RoshanNow, but it's not going to be enough. So picking off another kill, a little bit of a revenge kill. Red team getting a little too aggressive past that turret. backing off knowing that the heat was coming in, but still getting caught out there. But Soraka taking one for a team, that's good. That's what supports do. You know, classes play. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And there's the power of Victor. I was just going to talk about earlier. That ult does crazy damage. If you're not prepared for it, it silences you as well. That's dirty. But I'm sorry, but let's go relive Benny Honda's nightmares right now. So let's look at how this goes down. So here's Benny Honda. He's sitting here. He's like, "Oh, I'm fine. This is cool. Oh, what? Spiraling blade through the turret? My face? Oh no!" And then we can relive this again for RoshanNow. You know, good catch up and rotation. And this is one of the #1 areas. So if you're a mid player, pay attention to this area. This area is one of the #1 areas right here between Race and the bottom river towards Dragonside River. One of the #1 places to catch people on rotation. All the time, every day. There's constant rotation there, and you can make people kills. People are unaware all the time of this, and it just happens. And Swift won after that kill, feeling pretty confident. Oh, that was actually pretty poetic. They're running over this room, and then the one last dart to count it. Do enjoy that. So looking at builds right now, Alltech is at 98 CS, so he's behind in CS, but in kills he's 4-0-3. So total gold wise, we're looking at about a 1K gold advantage. And Swift one getting dunked again, leading it, trying to lead him into the bushes to hit one of those mushrooms or pyramids, I guess, whatever the heck it is, but did not happen for him. There's only so much trolling that can be done. Meanwhile, RoshanNow coming up here, and he fancies himself a pretty good matchup. As soon as he knows there's no Darius ult, and lands off right away, cuts off his escape, runs him into the mushroom, and he just all sorts of dead for Darius. Checks with the laser, has his ult, doesn't even matter. Blue team, meanwhile, in full charge towards this top lane, heals, and Silence is trying to come in here onto Kuniv to make sure he doesn't get grabbed and pulled away. Looks like is going to be fine, is going to escape. Like the animations on this animations of new Soraka bug the crap out of me. Sorry, it's tripping me out. Like I like they're okay, but like even her walk animation just kind of looks just like the animation doesn't look good to me. I don't know if it's just me. Probably just me. Just hooves. People's hooves walk differently. I shouldn't hate. I'm sorry. It's my fault. So a good little opening game coming out here. So we have 7K goal advantage for blue team. Red team's been able to fight back a little bit. They've been able to get quite a few kills. They're pretty much matching the enemy in kills so far as we've had in this game, even with a disadvantage. But great pick off, great crescendo fall off. Oh my, this team, that layer of abilities was so good. But Longley, sorry buddy, you're not escaping this one. He tried though. That's what counts. Invisible spiraling blade, OP. Soraka's barely going to be able to escape out with her life, but that layering of abilities was so clean and crisp, and their communication right now is just going down really well. Like I really like the way this team is playing. I'm just constantly impressed. I mean, even regardless of their I mean, even if this was an even game, even if they were down, their communication there and just overall play is just stellar. Although this top lane is ridiculous, this Teemo still charging up here against HearftKaren in the top lane. It's ridiculous. Yeah, there's Alltech again. So one of the key things, if you ever play against Alltech, and especially if you give him Sivir, is you know he's going to solo push lanes. He's going to get an advantage sometimes because he's good. He just knows how to play the damage of Sivir. And then the thing you have to watch out for is him rotating on all the lanes. And a kill by Swift one. I'm sorry. Oh no, they trade. But the good news is we have rewind, so we can go relive the glory of his death, I guess. So we have full health champions here. He comes back in here. They're kind of poking back and forth. Looks like the Swift one trying to play a little bit of mind games with HearftKaren. Has her pretty low. Has a good spread, a menagerie of mushrooms right here. This is the turret kill is where I go into my rant about Alltech and his pushing abilities. And here we go. Here's the engagement right now. Flashes in to a lot of mushrooms. Gets pulled back out of the mushrooms. Leads him back into another mushroom. And then ignites and pulls it off, but that blood stacks, it's just too much. He's not able to survive. And now, blue team Seeing the double kill top, trying to rotate themselves a dragon, they're not going to be able to get it. That AoE damage that can come out of Victor is just so scary. Dodging that Dark Binding, playing it really well. Corki's now rotated up here. It's a 3v4. Skarner does not have his ult, so they're kind of down in key ults. Great Valkyrie out, just kind of dodging some cooldowns here. They're stalling, waiting, buying some time, dealing out enough damage. They're kiting this really well away from the damage, but they're pretty low. If there's a good solid engagement on them, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Blue is able to steal it from Long Lee, and wow, Hourglass's Victor's ult to reduce a lot of that damage. And blue team just keeps continuing to play this so well. And trade going down between Altec and Benny Honda right now, and good nice little poke back and forth from both players. It's a pretty high level trade right there. Both players standing in the pocket, making plays. And here we go, HearftKaren back to this top lane. Apparently they're destined to be in this top lane. Forever. So again, KDA contest is done. It's been done. I'll go over and close that right now. Just to make sure, just in case no one did it for me. Hopefully Dopants did it. If he didn't, it hurts my feelings. Not backing me up. It's okay, man. I forgive you. But it is closed now, so if you've had your chance to go do it, thank you for going over there. And I would say that check back after this, and we will get you the winner and give you all the contact information to get yourself a cool skin. But we still have the champions going. Great crescendo on there to Longley, and I say great just because it landed. I'm so target. I'm gonna call myself out right there. It wasn't a great. It was just a standard crescendo hitting one person. Nothing really spectacular, but they are able to pick off a kill out of it. So Longley getting caught out there, losing Oracle, definitely something he doesn't want to do. Doesn't want to lose that gold. He's already in a hole. 64 CS versus Skarner's 112. Kunev has almost doubled his CS in the jungle. He's holding on to gold pretends, but that's not going to save him right now. Skarner already heading for the Aegis, going for that almost tanky build that we saw. The same build. This is actually the same build we saw in Maokai last game from Longley. And I swear, like, HearftKaren and Swift One just had like a truce at the beginning of this game. They're like, we're just gonna sit in the top lane and fight with each other. The rest of the teams can do whatever they do, and we'll just call it good. Altec actually losing out here. A flash over the wall, and Altec trying to trade with Benny Honda. Is he gonna get it? He is gonna get it. Is he gonna get the double kill? He will get the double kill. Has to sustain in there. He will survive. And now RoshanNow caught out a little bit. Trying to get out of this, is going to use his field to slow down, try to get some stuns off, knows he has to escape, beat feet right now. Morgana's going to actually flashes somehow. It almost looked like he flashed into it, but he actually flashed, I guess, when it was past him. So he's okay now. But Altec, look, he's pushing the turret again. Surprise! And now they have an inhib down, and that man is a beast and a half. And I say, man, he's only 15-year-old, but he is a man in League of Legends. And if he was Jewish, he'd be a man too. So who knows? I'm not going to discriminate. But Roshan now trying to get in there, trying to deal some damage. But it looks like blue team just has all the answers right now, playing with a full deck of cards. Switch one trying to run down. I don't know if this is going to really work out for our hero, Panda Timo. The flash, the bold Soraka flash. I don't know what she was gonna do with that flash, but I'm pretty sure Altec Root turning around just 1v4 in their team is very possibility. Like I'm confused. All right, whatever. But it's cool. It's cool, man. You can flash it if you want, and very bold Morgana play right there. I didn't say you could 1v4. So Darius, in the meantime, just pushing top. Sees the absence of Timo. Red team's going to get bottom turret, but Darius is going to be able to push probably on the second turret pretty hard. Skarner was apart from the team too. They push up mid lane. They've got all their lanes pushing. RoshanNow's going to deal with this. Meanwhile, HearftKaren's going to put significant damage on this top turret. You can see right there, already doing massive damage to it. Swift One going to have to heal up here before he runs out, but looks like Longley's going to be able to defend the realm at least a little bit here. Chase off that mean Darius. But they have all lanes pushing, which is exactly the look you want to have when you get into this late game. 12k gold advantage is pretty good look too. But look how tanky HearftKaren is right now, and almost get off the stun, but the flash goes out. Ward's after, trying to run her down, but it's just not enough at all. So blue buff to Benihana. It's going to help him with the cooldown on his rocket. It's going to be able to poke a lot more in team fights. They're down, they're behind. They're going to want that free damage and poking to engage in a lot of these later on team fights. Kunev rocking the Oracle, clearing out the wards right now. Blue with the most wards on the map, at least. Well, red with some wards in bottom lane still from their early scuffles. Not necessarily the kind of thing that they want, per se. Yeah, I'd probably think before you Q again. Oh, good little defensive trap right there. Crescendo comes in. Great soul shackle. And Victor gets pulled in. That's a nice pick off. 2 kills for the blue team. And really, I don't even go for Baron. They just need to close this game out. Great pull. And they've just played this perfectly all the way through. This is ridiculously sick. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this has been played very, very well.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I mean, honestly, one of the best Judgment teams I've ever seen come in here, because this RoshanNow team is no joke, and they just bulldozed them, absolutely bulldozed them. So it's like now, after 2 inhibs, they're going to go for Baron. Still not the best idea. I'm sure they're far enough ahead that it's not a bad idea. So, I mean, they can get away with it. They can deal so much damage. They're so tanky. You know what I mean, they're going to get away with it. Don't get me wrong. More than likely. But, jeez. This is getting into stupid territory. Victor alt helping him kill Baron, basically. Valkyrie over. Still doesn't steal the Baron. Triple kill for Altec. And if you guessed 0-9-2 for Long Lee, congratulations. I'm sorry. 12-0-8 for Altec right now. Obviously being the beast that he is and can be, knows that he is deep inside. And obviously an MVP that we expected. And now this should be closed out here. Congratulations to Team HearftKaren taking this judgment very, very convincingly. And Kunev now might be on the roll for the most successful judgment player after being one of the most unsuccessful judgment players ever.